All right,
Mm,
viewers, welcome to Deep TV Online. Thank you for joining us once again. Today, we'll be discussing
very
about
well.
politics in Nigeria, and this will not be unconnected with the coming general election in 2027. Concerns have been raised for the ugly incident that happened 2 weeks ago in Delta State, where somebody got his skull broken simply for speaking in favor of the sitting president. These and other issues put together has increased fears of what is likely to happen in 2027. And today from Montreal, Canada, a political analyst par excellence, a journalist of repute, and somebody who is a regular face on this program will be joining us to discuss the topic as highlighted. Ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome to the discussion Mr. B. Johnson. Mr. B. Johnson, good to have you online.
A lot is happening. And as we move towards the election, don't expect all this to go down.
Mm,
There might be a little increase of those type of situation
mm,
because some people are agitated, some people are they are not happy with a lot of situations and they don't
mhm,
know how to react.
mm,
People will react negatively or positively. So, but in all and all,
mm,
what people need to understand is that they need to calm down so we can have a peaceful election.
mhm,
We can have a peaceful election where all the votes will count and
mm,
then a winner will emerge. Because
mm,
no matter which way you will look at it,
mm,
we still need somebody to lead the country anyway.
Exactly. And somebody even
We
said
need
that
some.
if democracy is anything to go by, do we have reason to quarrel? Is it not a matter of choice? We have candidates, bearing different manifestos. A citizen is expected to look at those manifestos, which one aligns with his own, whims and caprices, and then make his choice. Where does quarrel, where does violence, where does it come in? Be in the first place, where does that come in?
Political tensions, it's a universal thing. It happens all around the world. Sometimes some people get agitated, they don't know how to express themselves, they kind of express themselves in a negative way. We cannot do without that. But like I said earlier, we just need to calm down. We need to understand the situation.
mm,
There are candidates. You can
mm.
pick your choice. I can pick my choice. We
Yeah.
don't need to quarrel about it. If I bring my choice to you, you don't like it. You don't really have to beat me up or anything. Just
Mm.
don't agree with my
Just,
point, and
just
then we
go for
move
your
on.
own choice.
That's it. This is the hallmark of democracy. Choices. There are choices, and everybody can just go for his own choice.
Mm,
But I think the peculiar thing in Nigeria is that a lot of things has not worked in the past, and this is why people have mistrust when it comes to election. Oh,
mm,
our vote may not count. So
mm,
even if
mm,
we
mm,
if we
mm,
vote, it may not count. Then
mm,
we better start, the trouble now. So the electoral body they have a lot of work to do by actually going out and let people understand this is what we are doing, this is how we're going to do it, this is the result we intend to achieve.
mm,
There has to be what do they call it? There has to be some sort of education to the
mm,
to the populace. There has to
mm,
be some sort of education to the populace so that they will understand where we are going, where we are coming from. But when everything is shrouded in secrecy, people are going to feel like, oh, it's going to be like usual,
mm.
that our vote will not count. It doesn't matter what we say. So it's election time. Election time is usually turbulent, but that is one thing we don't want it to happen. We don't want it to be turbulent. We want it to be a situation where you pick your choice, I pick my choice, and then the winner will emerge.
Mm.
That's
All
it.
right. There's something you mentioned that is very critical: the issue of trust. The
Yeah.
issue of trust, and there's no way we move forward without trust. And meanwhile, there's nothing you do that the opposition would pat you on the back. So whether it is the one sitting down there now, whether it's somebody else tomorrow, from the opposition, it is still the same thing. Where do we go from here? When do we begin to trust the system? When do we begin to trust ourselves? Since trust is key.
Uh,
to the
Okay,
electoral process.
I'll give you a scenario. When there was drastic change in Lagos State, especially when we have Governor Fashola,
Mm,
and he was displaying this integrity to the people of Lagos. People willingly want to pay their taxes
mm,
that time. This is the kind of thing the system needs to do.
mm,
You know, Fashola was so forthright in those days that people were willing to pay their taxes without anybody holding them
mm,
because they see all the projects, they see what he was spending the money on. People were happy. This is the type of thing our system needs to build. They need to build the trust of the people. Let the
mm,
people understand what we are doing.
mm,
What are we doing? There have been cases of people that are not supposed to have INEC information, having INEC information in Nigeria. And INEC is going to is the one that is going to, conduct an election. How do you want people to trust them? All these little things, they matter when it comes to people. You have to be able to when you gain the trust of the people, the job will even be easier for them more than they think. It will be so easy. You know, you can't be doing things that will bring people to suspect you. Yorùbá wọn máa ń pòwe wọn ní wọn ń pè ẹ́ lólè ìwọ náà ń gbọ́ mi ẹran ọjọ́.
mm.
You know, you can't be bringing people put yourself in a compromised position and then you blame people for not trusting you. You already compromised yourself. So I think INEC as a body has a lot of work to do.